Hi everybody, welcome to my new video on the death of Test Drive Solar Crown. Before I even talk about the death, I need to start off where it all began, with the birth, and that didn't exactly go to plan either now, did it? So I remember purchasing the game, quite excited for it because I'd played the previous ones back in the day in the Xbox 360. By the way, this is on a PS5 Pro. I know it looks as if it's from about 1999, but don't blame me, blame the game. Now, it didn't start well. The game flopped initially. I actually cancelled my purchase and managed to get my money back on it, which I was grateful for. And then a few months later, once it seemed it was actually fixed, I thought, I'm going to get it again. And I've spent a lot of time on this game since it came out, as you can see here from the stats in front of you. 5 days to be exact, which is a long time. Don't get me wrong, I did have a lot of fun playing the game and ranking myself up through the levels to get to the different, types of cars that you could drive. As you can see, quite a few of them that I managed to purchase throughout. And I know what you're thinking about that Bugatti Veyron. It is so ugly, and I apologise for what you're having to look at here. Now, with the latest update, I was led to believe that you're able to sell the cars, which I thought, oh good,
You know how
I'll
to
get
sell your
myself some
motor?
money back at this menu here. Now, I've googled it, looked on YouTube, and it tells you to go there to sell it, but I can't see an option for selling at all. So whether that's been taken out and there's nothing online about it, I don't know. It's maybe just there's a lack of interest in this game, which means this video will probably flop as well, but hey ho, it was fun whilst I made it. Now, I stopped playing this a good few months ago, and it's probably because I got myself to a certain level and there wasn't really much else I could do after that without having to spend, too much more time on it. It was like looking for me to do certain objectives, and it was 100 races in a certain car, and there was like 20 of them, and that didn't really fill me with full enthusiasm wanting to keep playing it and do it again. And another feature that was brought in was the casino in one of the previous updates, where you were only able to play slots, which I thought was pretty rubbish, to be honest. And then again, I was led to believe that poker was going to be in the game, which we'll take a look at in a second. When the previous test drive games were out, there wasn't as much competition as there is now. Since then, the likes of your Need for Speed, your Forzas and everything, they've all, adapted to the open world gaming, which Test Drive was really attributed for back in the day. Even the likes of Grand Theft Auto, you can drive about, albeit it's not licensed vehicles, which these games are, but, a lot of influence was taken and put into other games using the same sort of format. Now here we see the actual slot machines in the casino, which, don't get me wrong, it is so boring and the chance of winning is ridiculously low. Don't win back any of the money, so it's absolutely pointless playing it. And here's the wee sign here that tells me that you can play poker. So I take myself a wee wander round. There's no any additional rooms, anything like that to play poker, so it maybe was there and it's not there, or it's just an absolute waste of the time trying to look for it. The casino in Grand Theft Auto is a million times better than this one, to be quite honest. So if you're into that and you don't actually want to gamble with real money, just play Grand Theft Auto. Don't bother buying this or, downloading it if you can get some sort of free trial on it or anything like that. Unless you really, really, really want to play a driving game. And even then, I'd probably recommend others other than this. And when you start the game, you need to select which clan you want to be a part of. The Streets of the Sharps, and there's different races for, to earn different rewards depending on which one you're a part of. But you go into the wee sort of clubhouse thing and you need to work your way up the levels, but then you get so far up and then you just meet this fella and there's nothing else really you can do without keeping grinding through it. But it's just so boring. It's just a total waste of your time, and to me that's one of the reasons why it's died off a cliff, to be quite honest. We did also have the inclusion of being able to go to Ibiza, which I'm not a fan of for a different reason, but I'll not go into that just now. But you can go there, explore, there's other races and stuff like that in there, and you've got this venue also just to kind of kick about, and there's other bits to buy cars and things like that, but there's just lacks so much content, it's unbelievable, and it's no wonder that it's not enough to draw a player base back into playing it constantly. Now, I don't really know why, but Test Drive 2, it's basically full map, was Ibiza, if I remember correct. And it was so vast, whereas this is, it's tiny in comparison. And if you want to do the races online and to get better rewards, get more money, the player pool on it is so low that you can never do it. You're only limited basically to play it in single player, which limits you to how much cash you can earn quickly. There is a few different types of races, that you can do, and they have also just introduced one of the former game modes where you've got to taxi someone somewhere, but it depends when they pop up. They're not always there, so yeah, there's not enough to keep you coming back, to keep you playing it. So for me, it's a shame because I liked it. You were fun, but you're done. Test Drive. You know the drill. Please like and subscribe.